All right, so I'm looking at a second question about normal distributions. When we're given a probability again or a percentage, and what we want to do is we again want to find a value for the random variable. They're all basically the same problem. There's two basic problems that go into any normal distribution question. And what we really want to do is understand when I'm asked for one or the other. In this case, look, a manufacturer knows that their items have a normally distributed lifespan with a mean of 13.1 years and a standard deviation of 2.2 years. The 4% of items with the shortest lifespan will last less than how many years? So, one, I notice that it's a normally distributed lifespan. So, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to actually draw my normal distribution graph. And I know that on my normal distribution graph, I'm going to have in the middle is my mean, mu equals to 13.1 years. And I'm going to have my sigma equal to 2.2. Okay, so there's my sigma of 2.2 years, right? Now, I want to know the 4% of items with the shortest lifespan. So that's really important that we're getting that it's the shortest lifespan because that indicates which side of the distribution that I'm looking for. What I'm looking for, because they're the shortest ones, is they're the smaller ones. So they're going to be the ones down here. Down here on the left-hand side. And the size of this region is going to be 0.04 because that's going to go along with your 4%. So that's the size of the region. And what we're asked for, because we're given the area, 4%, okay, we're looking for a number of years, okay? And our distribution's in number of years, so what I'm looking for is I'm looking for some value of x, right? So this is 13.1 years. This one down here is going to be less than 13.1. It's going to be the smallest 4%, okay? And so what we're looking for then, if I rewrite this, is I've got the probability that x, and notice, right, we want the less than side. That's just the one side that we got, less than or equal to, but we don't know what number of years, and that'll equal to 0.04, okay? So all you got to catch is how did I set it up? How did I set this up, right? Okay, I set it up by saying, okay, you know what? We got 0.04, that's the size of this region right here. We're looking for x, so this thing here is the unknown, okay? And so we're going to say, okay, that's what I'm looking for. I know what my mean and my standard deviation are, and I've got a picture that helps me to kind of think about what I'm going to end up with, okay? All those things, they're just about structuring our thinking. They're structuring our thinking so that we can do some problem solving. And now I go into Statcrunch, and I say, okay, Statcrunch, all right, here's my normal distribution calculator. My mean is 13.1. Okay, my standard deviation, getting old, so I forgot, it's 2.2. All right, go ahead, make sure that you actually put in the right values instead of each one of these. It's nothing worse than discovering that you've done everything correct, everything's been set up, and you just happen to put in the wrong standard deviation. And then the less than or equal to, that sign is actually very important. And then finally, rather than the value for the random variable, which goes right here, we're going to put that percentile. Okay? And there it is. And you see the value, right, is 9.248 years. Okay? One of the things that I would say is just a key thing to remember here is that we want to always put those units on because it helps us to understand what our answer is to the question. So what I'm looking for, okay, 9.248, right? Okay, so this thing here is 9.248 years. So the probability that x will be less than or equal to 9.248 years is 0.04. So what does that say? That says that the 4% of items with the shortest lifespan will have less than or equal to 9.248 years. That's the question. So the number of items with the shortest lifespan will have 9.248 years of lifespan or fewer. And there we are. It's all about setup. Once you set it up, you're just going to plug it into your normal calculator on Statcrunch and you're all done.